We're at the Dollar General in Janesville, Wisconsin on July 1st, 2026. I'm running my camera through the left-hand restroom toilet flange to investigate whether there's a belly in the line. On a previous visit, I noticed that there was water in the line that really did not move regardless of how much water I flushed on the line. It was also keeping up with the drain rate when I was putting water in there without a supply line. So we're gonna run the line or a camera down to see if there's any bellies in here that could potentially be repaired. So immediately we get into the line and see that there's standing sewage in there. We're about 4 feet in now. Kind of working the camera backwards right now because it's having a tough time picking up an image. So right there on the left hand side of the screen is your clean out by the mop sink. That appears to be clear. When I arrived on site, all other fixtures were working properly again. The toilet was flushing just fine, as well as, okay, so now we're starting to see the water dissipate a little bit, so we're running into that obstruction. Working the camera back again, so that's really where the belly ends. Counting the drop of the flange, that's about 6 feet worth of line that has a belly in it. I'm going to keep running down the entire line as far as I can to see if there's any other issues. So there you can see water flowing down the line. Just going backwards again. I think my camera was just hooked on something that was causing excess water to build up in front of the lens. Keep running through. Looks like we have a big drop. Water's flowing. belly right there at about 30 feet, potentially. Let's see if we can clear some of the stuff that's sitting on the line to get the water to flow again. So another one at like 30 to 40 feet, it's looking like right now. So yeah, 30 to approximately 47 feet, there's another belly in the line. This, I'm guessing, is the outside clean out right before the lift station, which is only a few feet away from the lift station, so we should see here very soon that the lift station is clear. Then we'll run our camera back out in reverse to see if any of those bellies potentially cleared up and it wasn't just an obstruction in the line. Still have not run into the lift station, surprisingly. Which I thought for certain we would have by now. About 100 feet. far as my camera's wanting to go down the line. So I'm gonna flush the other toilet and run the mop sink so we can see that it's flowing this far down the line still. Alrighty, so I have the toilets flushed, or toilet flushed, and then the mop sink running. So, we'll see how long it takes to work its way down the line. You can kind of see water moving already. Okay, and there's our lift station right there. At approximately 130 feet from the flange. Try to drop my camera down just to show that it is clear in there. It is. Water's flowing. So now we're going to run our camera back out. And I'll run a locator to try to track the line and see where there's those bellies in it. water's still flowing on that part of the line. We still have the mop sink going right now. So that's why you're seeing water going through the line still. So that's a different clean out, one that I've not been able to locate. So at approximately 40 feet, we're still seeing water flowing. Nothing's backing up out of the flange that I'm cameraing through, despite there being standing water in it. Feet here. So this is about where we saw issues last time, going down the line. But this way it looks like just running water through it, it's cleared itself out. Okay. So now we're at about 25 feet. And we're seeing that's just running water going down. No belly there. So as I was going, the camera must have cleared some stuff that was sitting in the line along with the running water that was looking like a false belly. We're still good at 20 feet approximately. Line's still flowing well. Okay. So that must, on the left-hand side of your screen, must be where the other toilet links into the line, because everything's flowing well up to that point. And here we are at approximately 10 feet, and we for sure are sitting in a belly. So we're out of the flange now. So basically immediately down into the flange until we're about 8 feet down the line, there's a belly from this toilet flange. The rest of the line appears to be flowing well. So that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to locate the line here and see what excavation will look like.